What's going on, my Flyby family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. So ESPN has started speaking on the controversy that's going on in the WNBA finals. And yeah, man, they had some interesting things to say. We're about to jump right into it since it might be a long video. But before we do that, y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy if you like the content. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We are trying to hit the big 16.2 by the end of the day. So if y'all can help me out with that, I highly appreciate it. And don't forget to get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this. Let's get it.
That was not a foul. That call should have been reversed on that challenge. If we sent that clip in, they would have told us that it was marginal contact, no foul. Guaranteed. These guys shot 30%. Shot 30%. You know, the difference was in the foul line. All the headlines will be Reeve cries foul. Bring it on, right? Bring it on. Because it's stolen from us. Bring it on.
Before they continue, yeah, Reeves pointed out that the Liberty shot 30%, but you got to point out your team's awful shooting as well. If y'all check my other video out that I just dropped not too long ago, I showed their shooting percentages. It was awful. They shot 30 as well. So, and then they shot like 15% from the three. So you have to perform. You have to show up as well. I get it. I feel like they were cheated at the end a little bit. I'm not going to lie, because Brianna did travel and it was not a foul. But you still have to come and play. If you don't come and play, you're leaving the game in the ref's hands. Then boom, now you got to deal with this situation. So
co-signs that. The controversial call even got the attention of LeBron James, who said this on X: "I'm sorry, but that wasn't a foul. Let the damn players dictate the outcome of a close, battle-tested game." Lady in red. Oh, hit the high note there, SA. That was for you. Late night, early morning. Great to have you in the building, Chene, as always. Tell me this. Do you feel like the refs cost Minnesota the championship?
Look, Cheryl Reeve absolutely has a right to be mad based off of not only that call, but the officiating of the game. And when we dissect that call, when we were watching from Barclays, we're like, we see the arms come down. Maybe that on first glance looks like a foul. But then upon review, the word she said was right. It was marginal contact to me. And when you have a game of this magnitude after a tremendous season and an iconic series, for it to sort of come down with the momentum shifter being this, that's a tough pill to swallow. I don't think that was a foul. I think the opportunity should have gone to a jump ball, let the players dictate it. That to me is how every championship should be. But to say that this cost them a championship overall, to me, I think that's a little bit of not what the game was. Because if you think about it, what cost them the championship was the fact that other than Nafisa Collier and Kayla McBride, who combined for 43 points, no one else really showed up for the Minnesota Lynx. I think the next leading scorer after those two had 6 points. What won New York the championship was the effort of Niara Sabally, who came in literally not on the game plan, dropped 13 points, made so many hustle plays, including Kayla Thornton, who played tremendous defense. That is what dictated the game. The second half was the New York Liberty's defense, not necessarily that one call. But one thing I will say is this. In the finals, there's going to be controversies, right? We saw after game 3, there was chess moves being made. Both coaches called out the refs. The one thing that does not sit well with me other than this call is the fact that the foul discrepancy was 25 free throws to 8. Nafisa Collier, who was second in MVP voting, had zero free throws. She shot the ball 23 times. Stewie
in 18 attempts.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Stewie, I mean, I think she was, what, 4 for 15 and had 8 free throws.
Yeah.
The fact that one of your best players does not go to the free throw line, the fact that the disparity in the officiating was that extreme, that did not help. But what I will say is this. When you are the #1 overall seed, you get home court. And when you get home court, you get the energy, you get the momentum, and that was one of those moments where it's like, it doesn't sit well with me, but we know the game, real ones know, is dictated by the play of the bench and not necessarily the play of the stars.
see, now this is the type of take that made me a fan of Shanae. That was a masterclass. Yes, called it all out, laid it all on the line. If y'all check my other video, I specifically said the anomaly was Sabally. That was the anomaly. And then you had Brianna and Sabrina playing awfully. Like, they were awful that game. And then Jonquel showed up and got the MVP, by the way. Showed up and shined. I mean, at the end of the day, Yes, you were ripped off at the end. But what did you do to win this game? I said it from the jump. Courtney Williams had to show up, and she did not. So I knew that they were going to struggle right away when Courtney wasn't hitting. But it was bad basketball back and forth. You have to come and perform. If you don't perform, you're going to run into moments like this. You put the game in the ref's hands. It is what it is.
She went up vertical. She did not touch her, and they called a foul. They're dictating because there's only 5.2 seconds on the clock, and you're down 2. If that's a no call, now we don't know. Maybe they get the loose. Maybe if you jump ball. But I knew once they went to reveal. I was Ash was over at that time, Stephen A. I looked at Ash. I said, "You actually think they're gonna overturn this call in New York with them down 2 points?" Now maybe if it's a tie ball game, they're gonna say, "Okay, we'll go to overtime." But ain't no way in hell they were gonna overturn that call. I thought it was a poorly officiated game. It was too much. It was too many fouls. It was too much stoppage. Let them play. This is game 7. Game 5. You couldn't ask for anything more than what you got. The game, with the exception of game 2, every game was a 1-possession game. You had already gone to overtime, and you get 2 overtime games in this series. I just felt that the officials had too much of an impact on this game. I do not believe that was a foul call, and I agree with Coach Reeves. The officials had too much say in this ball game. Whether or not it dictated, but when you shoot 25 free throws and the other team shoots 8, you go 21 of 25, they go 7 of 8. That's too big of a discrepancy in a game of this magnitude. And like you said, Shanae, Collier was the second best player in the WNBA this year. But if you go back and look at the Liberty, it was their role players. Yep. Because Ionescu was 1 of 19 from the floor. Stewie shot a terrible percentage from the floor. It was the others that won them the ball game. But the free throw discrepancy had played a big role.
Stephen A.
Well, cry me a river. Let me tell y'all something right now, okay?
There you go.
It's
Okay.
not wrong. That was not. You listen up, Shay. You listen up to me right now, okay? She was absolutely right. That was not a foul. LeBron James was absolutely right. That was not a foul. I'm not disputing the veracity of her statement. I'm simply saying I don't give a damn. We don't want to hear this again. This is not the first time that Coach Reeves has done this. I'm speaking to Janae Ogumake, her sister in 2016. Shot clock violation. Excuse me. Coach Reeves complained about that then. She said it cost him a championship then. Well, guess what? When's it not going to cost you? You don't know what you're facing against. You see the Barclays Center? You see how packed that was? Maybe if y'all had handled your business in Minnesota in Game 3, it wouldn't have been the Game 5 for you to be in that position. You're a champion, 3-time Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer. You know what hostile environments look like. You know that you're going up against the Army. By the way, the WNBA officiating, it's been an issue for years. Yes. There have been numerous complaints from a bevy of individuals about the quality of the officiating in the WNBA. It didn't stop you from having one of the best records in the sport. It didn't stop you from getting to the WNBA finals. So why all of a sudden did it cost you a championship? You got to understand what the obstacles are in every particular situation, and champions know how to answer the call. The Minnesota Lynx is a damn good team. Collier is big time. 18 shots in the paint and not one free throw attempt from it. Yeah. Very egregious. I get all of that. But far from surprising, if you notice a history of bad officiating and you combine that with the fact that you're in a hostile environment, the Barclays Center, erupted. I ain't seen it like that since Kevin Durant was in the conference semifinals going up against Giannis, and his toe was too damn big for that three-pointer, and that's why it was a 2-point shot. I ain't seen the Barclays Center rocking like that since that time. It was absolutely sensational last night. That's the environment you walked into. You got to know how to answer the call. And Coach Reeves, respectfully, you did it. That's the bottom line. There was a bad call. It was no foul. Right. But damn it, you shouldn't have been in that situation. You should have won your game in Minnesota.
So, I mean, all of them were spot on, man. This is probably the most accurate like takes across the board I've seen on First Take. Reeve, I get it. You were cheated. It wasn't a foul. It was a travel as well going on. They didn't call the clear path foul for McBride when she was fouled on the way, down on the fast break. It was things happening within the game that was kind of scratching my head moments. I get it. But your team played atrocious and you got out coached in overtime. It's that simple. You can't rely on the refs. Anybody that played ball knows that rule. Hey, let's take care of business before anything happens late in the game. We don't want to leave this in the refs' hands, especially in somebody else's backyard. You don't want to do that. You have to keep the game in your hands so the ending will be inevitable. And that's you winning. This is what I was talking about when I said this was probably one of the worst sequences I've ever seen in the WNBA, man. Look, check this out, okay? Now, this is I believe a minute video. Just check this out. Bang off the backboard. Good hustle rebound to get it from 3 players. Air ball. Okay, it happens, right? That happens. Cool. You come down, next play. Let's see what Courtney gonna do. Boom, good screen. And she chucks that up. Air ball. All right, so let's see what happens next. Sabrina, bring down the ball. Throws it into Jonquil. She bobbles it. Okay, she's trapped in the corner. I would think she would give it to Sabali right there. Boom. You try to throw it across the court. Get it stolen. Fast break. Turn the ball over again. This was one of the worst games I've ever seen. I'm not going to lie, man. They were probably nervous. All these other things. I get it. So this is the Lynx, right? This is the Lynx. Look at what they shot. 37 from the floor. 15% from the 3. Of course you're going to lose. Look at how you were shooting, 3 for 19. Now, honestly, you would think just off of this, oh yeah, they're going to lose. But look what the Liberty was doing. They didn't do any better. 2 for 23. I mean, they really needed these free throws to win this game. Honestly, if you would have came and shot at least 30% from the 3, you win. It's that simple. I didn't want to make this video too long, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about what First Take had to say. I love y'all. Y'all keep it smooth.